Hello and welcome to For Teachers. Today our video is going to be all about placement tips.
We just wanted to share our experiences and let you know a few little tips and tricks that we learned along the way. Okay, point number one is going to be getting organised. If there's one thing that teachers love, it's stationery. Getting your highlighters, your post-it notes, binders, folders. All of these things are going to be helpful because you're going to be taking notes on your placement, doing observations on other teachers, you're going to be planning yourself. I've recently invested in an iPad. I also use the Apple Pencil and an app called Good Notes. I like to be really organised. I like to get all my notes done, highlight them nicely. If I had this during placement, I think I would have taken it everywhere with me, so highly recommend. Point number two is setting aside blocks of time specifically for certain tasks.
I think it's really important to understand that, of course, you still need your social life, you still need to go out and see your friends, but I think it's also important just to make sure you know this is your placement block. You can't be planning huge big weekends and you're really going to have to get into that teacher frame of mind. You've got actually a job to go to, and even though you're not getting paid for it, you're pretty much doing the same full-time hours as a regular teacher.
Try setting yourself 60 minutes, that's what you've got to complete a task. If it isn't done at the end of that, you might have to go back to it later, but for now, take some time to yourself. Be aware that teachers do have to be really controlled with the work they put in, but it will reward you in so many ways once you've got that qualification.
Point number three is having a really good support network. I think the guys that I met on my PGC course really helped me get through. You're all going through the same thing, you all got the same struggles. When you finish your placements, you can all celebrate together.
Would you promote ever doing planning with someone or always by yourself?
I always think that you get your best lessons done if you plan that lesson. I think there's no point going in with somebody else's plan and thinking, I can get away with this. But if you're genuinely helping each other and you're genuinely planning together, then that's part of teaching anyway. You're going to collaborate, you're going to plan, and you're going to use each other's ideas to shorten your workload. That's a great idea. On that topic, I would say as well, don't be afraid to use things like TWINKL to support you. Don't go to the point that I used to go to of having a different character on every worksheet.
But on the flip side, a lot of the resources that I made when I was on placement, I still use today. I've updated them, I've changed them, made them a lot better. For example, you're always going to need to teach decimals, so if you make a really good resource, it's something that you can reuse in your NQT year. Point number four is, remember that you are new in the school, you're a brand new face to those children, and those children already have a main class teacher, someone that they understand is mostly in charge of the class.
You want to make sure that you're just building on what's already there. So there's a foundation. It might be the behaviour policy, it might be the way that they teach their maths. If you come up with great ideas and you want to adapt things too much, it's not going to work for those children. You're going to save that a bit until you're on your NQT year and you get your own class.
I know that I introduced a whole initiative for my placement children where they had to gather stickers for this big chart that I made that was like twice the size of me, and it didn't work because they already had a lot of behaviour management strategies put in place by the class teacher. I wish I hadn't complicated things and had just learned to adapt the style that was already in place for those children. But you live and learn. Point number five. Practice your lessons with friends and family.
Particularly if you've planned it on paper or online, it can be quite hard to see how it's going to flow for a full 45 minutes or a full hour. Don't be shy, really give it your all and try and speak with it with confidence, and that's really going to come across in your first observations. And if you'd like a video about placement observation tips, then hit us a comment in below and we'll get onto that for you.
Some of your lessons will be amazing, some of them will be an absolute flop. Every teacher has planned the perfect lesson and it's just gone terribly or it's just not worked. Put that in your experience book and don't worry about it too much because it's such a normal and expected part of this job.
We are For Teachers. Thank you so much for watching our video. Good luck on your placements.